no-compromise business tablet that combines the benefits of touch, but also the ability to use mouse and keyboard for those high-precision tasks. What I want to show you now is how Windows 8 is great for existing non-touch devices. Windows 8 has the same hardware requirements as Windows 7. So for this demo, I'm actually going to use this device right here. It's a great, sleek machine that you can go out, you can buy in the store today, and I've got the Windows 8 consumer preview here loaded on it. So you'll notice as I come out of sleep, I start at the same lock screen, the same personalized lock screen that Erwin started at. And here we see my daughter, some information about how I'm doing. So I'll go ahead, I'll just press enter since I'm using a mouse and keyboard. So we're optimized for that experience. When I do that, you'll see I scroll up. Erwin showed you picture password, one of my favorite ways to log in. But since I have a mouse and keyboard, those gestures he did very fluently, it's probably faster and more fluid for me to simply type my password and press enter. So with Windows 8, I can choose. I don't have to make any compromises here. And you'll see as I come in, here I have my desktop, my start screen, and I can move this with the mouse. I could grab the scroll bar down the bottom. If I want, I could use the scroll wheel on my mouse, or I can even take and just bump the sides of the screen to move side by side. If my hands are on the keyboard and I'm typing, I can use the arrow keys to move around through here. I can even do page up, page down to move through very quickly. As Erwin showed you, if I want to zoom out, all I need to do is come down here to the lower right. You see this magnifying glass I click on. Immediately I zoom out. I can rearrange the groups here. I can choose to right-click on a group and actually name that group. So I've got all of that functionality. Now let's say I want to move a tile from one place to another. I simply grab it, click, and I can drag it around. Now if I want to move it from one end to the other, I can do this in one fast and fluid gesture. If I grab it, touch the bottom, and come right back to the top. So you can see how quickly I can do those. That's a great way to move things around. It works equally well with the mouse, or with the touch as well. So let's launch a couple of these apps. So I'll launch the Finance app. Now, if I want to use my charms with my mouse, one thing that I can do is I can go to the upper right or the lower right corner. And you'll notice if I do that, the charms come up. I can come down and click on Start. Now, if I launch my Weather app, the Weather app comes up. And if I want to launch my charms with my keyboard, I can do that with a keyboard shortcut. So I can just do Windows C and press enter. So I have a lot of different options based on the style that I want to use and how I want to interact with my device. Now if I want to launch one of those desktop applications, you'll see I can have them right here on my start screen. I'll simply click on Word and we can bring Word up. Or if I want, I could launch things with keyboard shortcuts. I can have great organization on my start screen, but sometimes search is faster than browse. So what I'm going to do to show you how quick this is, I'll simply hit the Windows key, type a few letters of Excel, and press enter. So you'll see how quickly I can launch Microsoft Excel with just search and with some keyboard shortcuts. Now from here, if I want as well, I can also bring up the same list that you saw with Erwin. I can also bring these out and dock them as well if I wish to. So let's go ahead and close these guys here, because I want to show you some things with Task Manager. So we started a bunch of applications, and you'll notice my Finance app, my Weather app are taking up no CPU. Since they're taken and they're suspended out, they're not using any CPU, therefore I'm not draining any of my battery. Now, if I want to, though, sometimes I still have a need and a desire to close these apps. I can do that very easy. I can grab it in the top, throw it down to the bottom, and I've closed the application. So you've seen some of the great ways that I can work with Windows 8 with a mouse and keyboard just as well as I can work with touch. So I encourage you all to go out, download the consumer preview, load it on a device, and give it a try. Thank you, Erwin.
Thank you, Brad.